Right, welcome ladies and gents. We're starting to get some new rumours and rumblings about the Batman Part 2. We heard that Clayface would likely be a villain. We also heard it's going to start shooting next March. Now we're hearing, and this is surprising, and we'll go through the information and kind of see what we think about it, but now we're hearing that Robin, Dick Grayson, will be debuting in this film. Don't know what to think about that, quite frankly. I also don't know whether I think that this is legitimate or not. It's a rumour, fairly reliable source, but it's a rumour, and it's one that I'm not overly sure I can get behind with its legitimacy. So hit subscribe if you are new here, ladies and gents, and I'll just take a brief moment just to say, hey, right across the board, all of your favourite YouTubers, myself included, are suffering hugely from YouTube. They've changed something, and they're shadow banning a lot of people. You would have seen, views are down. It's very strange. YouTube has done something again. So if you want to help the channel out, then become a member, become a patron. All that stuff is linked down below. But also just share and like the video. It helps out a lot. So anyway, that out the way. Let's take a look at this, ladies and gents. Like I said, I'm not overly sure how much I sort of believe this being the case remotely, quite frankly. The Batman Part 2 rumour points to a surprising take on the debuting Dick Grayson Robin. So, following the recent rumour that Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2 will introduce a new take on the Caped Crusader's original sidekick, Dick Grayson Robin, we have an interesting update on the direction Matt Reeves and co are supposedly taking the character. So according to, they say insider, it's just a leaker basically, but we don't really know, well we don't, it might be an insider. According to insider My Time to Shine Hello, who posts all of his leaks over on Twitter, Robin will only be 13 years old in the upcoming sequel. So of course the Boy Wonder was only a kid when he debuted in the comics back in the 40s and has been depicted as a teenager in other more recent turns. But there's also been some controversy stemming from Batman enlisting a child as his crime-fighting partner. So if this rumour proves to be on the level, it would be a somewhat surprising that Matt Reeves didn't go with a slightly older version of Robin. I'll get to that in a minute because I don't think that's that surprising. So, here's what's stated. Sources confirm that Dick Grayson will be around 13 years old in The Batman Part 2. So, a few things to go into. James Gunn has confirmed that Reeves' Batverse will remain separate from the DCU. We're still getting Batman the Brave and the Bold, and that'll introduce Damian Wayne, a child as well. Now, the reason why I find this surprising, let me shuffle this on over to you guys. The reason why I find this surprising, and a surprising take for Matt Reeves, is Matt Reeves is, generally speaking, a pretty good storyteller and will remember what he's done in previous movies. Now, I liked The Batman. I'm not an apologist for it. I understand that people disliked it for their own reasons. Be my guest, absolutely fill your boots. But I enjoyed it, and one of the main sort of narratives of that film that was definitely a part of it, because it was in discussions between the Riddler and Batman as well, was the sort of trauma and the childhood trauma that comes from situations beyond their control, which forces them to do the things that they do. And how Batman is nothing like the Riddler, Bruce Wayne is nothing like the Riddler. And essentially there was some kind of messaging in there to a certain respect that what Batman was doing was not wholly sane. Alfred wasn't massively enamoured with what he was doing at all. You definitely got that sort of message there. So I'm surprised that they would debut a 13-year-old Dick Grayson Robin, primarily just because it does kind of go against what had previously been established in that movie, that it's bad, it's not good, what he's doing is not exactly sane, etc., etc. I can't really imagine the Andy Serkis Alfred allowing that to happen. It doesn't ring true to me, anyway. However, there are other ways that you could introduce that character. And also as well, just to sort of be on the level as well, this Gotham City that is in the Batman universe isn't one that would allow a 13-year-old to run around without him getting murdered. Right? I think that's really important to note. The Batman Gotham City for that universe is brutal. Absolutely brutal. So unless Batman gets him from the off, as in like, oh, your parents have been murdered, cool, just come under my wing straight away, without any training, without seeing him do anything, just takes him straight under his wing, I can't really see how Robin would survive. I can see how Batman has survived. He's got bulletproof armor, etc. But a Dick Grayson's not going to have that at all. It doesn't. It's basically a trapeze artist, isn't he? From a family of circus guys. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine that's going to work in that universe. So I am surprised. Now, they do comment, like I said in this article, and I said I would get to it. They comment on this nonsense of, well, yeah, there's been some controversy. There is no controversy about that. You're manufacturing outrage right there. There's no controversy at all, remotely. So, saying that it would be a surprise that Reeves didn't go with a slightly older version of Robin, I disagree, because I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue at hand here is, how do you write in a Robin in universe that works? How do you do it? How does that? How do you add that to the pile? That's what I find difficult, genuinely. And again, they do say this, you know. They say Reeves utilising Robin at all could be seen as something of an unusual move, since Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne wasn't supposed to have been operating as Batman for a very long time in the first film. He wasn't. He was barely operating. And we know that this movie isn't exactly hugely set after the first one. But the other reason why I find this surprising, but also potentially not surprising, is you do have James Gunn given the all clear for Damian Wayne to be used in Batman, the Brave and the Bold, which could be seen as them bouncing off one another quite nicely. Both Robins are introduced, one Damian Wayne, one Dick Grayson. But then the other side of that is do you want one to overshadow the other? Probably not. So I'm not sure how much I believe in this, quite frankly. But it doesn't have to be actual Robin that is introduced. I mean, the initial rumour, it does literally say, I know Robin is in it, Dick Grayson. But does that mean he's going to become Robin, or he's Robin? Two ways of looking at it. So there you have it. Not too much else to say on this. It's a rumour at this point in time. I will keep you up to date on it all. So hit subscribe if you are new here. Thank you so much for listening to my little preachy YouTube bit at the start. I do apologise. Got to do it every now and then. But thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.